All right, so I'm getting ready to make buffalo chicken dip for a party, but first I need to make the buffalo chicken. And we start with the chicken, and to that you're going to put that in the pot and season it, and then add some chicken broth. The chicken broth I usually add is just enough to kind of cover the chicken. 1 full bottle of Frank's Red Hot, a little bit of butter, and a ranch dip mix. And I usually cook that on low for about 3 hours. Maybe start it on high today because I need it in a couple hours to put into the dip. So we're going to start that. We're going to just lay 3 chicken breasts. I think I might do 4 because the third one is kind of small. Let me get the other one. And so for like cleaning the chicken, the CDC recommends that you don't wash the chicken. So I usually just rinse it really good and then pat it dry. And we'll put it in there. Very little salt because it's going to be super flavorful enough. So we'll use some kosher salt. And then a little bit of black pepper. Probably a little bit of onion powder. And then some accent. If I can find it. Yes, got it. And then we will add everything else. Yes. What Sonic thing? Go ahead. Y'all ain't getting out, so. All right, now we're ready to add everything. Go ahead and turn that on high so it can start going. Just gonna put a few pieces of butter in here. I am not going to measure. Let's do one more. Okay. So that goes. And then a bottle of hot sauce. I think I'm gonna do the ranch dip mix first though. And open that up because the whole bottle is gonna go in there, but we're going to the dip mix in right there. Then we're going to layer in the entire bottle of Frank's. Then we'll shake this up. And cover it. Probably only need 1 container of chicken broth. We'll check. I don't think I'm gonna cover it. I think that's gonna be where we start. I'm gonna take this spoon, mix a little bit. So right now, I'm gonna just put the lid on it. Those are all of our ingredients we need to get the chicken going. So I will check on it in just a bit. It's on high. Yep. All right, so we are going to check and see how our buffalo chicken is doing. I had my husband turn it down while I was gone because it took me a little bit longer than I thought to make it back home. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna turn it and let some of the dip seasoning that was on the front get mixed in, so into the juice, which again is chicken broth and Frank's hot sauce. Frank's Red Hot. So just regular white chicken breast. I'm actually gonna see if I can start to shred it now. If not, we'll give it a little more time. So to shred, I just take 2 forks and start to pull apart. Looks like it's ready, so we are going to. Actually, I'm gonna give it another maybe half an hour. Give me a second. Another half an hour. Put it back up on high, and then we'll pull it out and shred it then. So we'll be back in 30. Okay, so now we're going to shred this. It's been about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So just gonna shred it. I'll pull out the piece we were already working on. Right here. So we'll grab our 2 forks. Okay. Take 1 fork. And it just come out so much better. I find this better than just breaking up a rotisserie chicken. That way I know too I'm getting all breast meat. Not that it really matters since the dip is actually made with lots of cream cheese. Just a little closer look of what's going on. Alright, so we have shredded what we're going to shred. I did take one out to set to the side, but we're going to take our cream cheese out now to let it soften for a little bit, and then we're going to put the dip together and bake it in the oven. And now we're just going to tidy up a little before we continue. I'm making this dip for a birthday party I'm going to later on this evening. It's my last mommy hurrah before back to school, so I'm excited about it. Now for the cream cheese, you can use whatever kind of cream cheese you have, whatever kind you get out of the store. I actually encourage you to experiment with different kinds of cream cheese and also experiment with different flavors of shredded cheese that you use inside the dip and also for the topping. All in all, it'll still have a buffalo chicken taste, but the cheese will give it a different taste each time you make it. So I don't always use this specific blend of cheeses. Sometimes I go with what's available, and sometimes I try to be an executive chef and come up with my own recipe for things. It's fun. We're going to start shredding our cheddar cheese, and I'm actually voicing this little part over because the microphone cut out and I didn't realize that it was off. So just like in education, we monitor and adjust. Then we're going to leave that there. We'll turn this on about. So we are going to grate some Gouda and then put Colby Jack on the top. Can put this up, I think. Ooh. All right, we're going to use the same plate and do the Gouda. We may have to toss the cream cheese in the microwave. I don't know that we gave it long enough to thaw. And just a little shreddy shred here. This actually takes a little bit of elbow grease to get done. Save a little bit of Gouda. Put it in here with this. And now we actually start to put our dip together. The first two things to add are your shredded buffalo chicken and the softened cream cheese. Now, I don't use measurements when I make this casserole. If anybody really wants to know, I'll go back and make it and measure the stuff and add it to this video description. Just let me know. But use shredded buffalo chicken and add your cream cheese and then your shredded cheese. So let's prepare. I don't want to overdo it here. We are recipeing along. This is chive and onion. I'll put all of that in there, and then we're going to put in a little bit of whipped garlic and herb. It smells good. We're going to mix. Like I said, if we need to add more cream cheese or more chicken, we will. We just want to make sure that we get a good consistency. I like to have my consistency in the bowl before I put it over in the casserole dish, so I definitely need to know what it's looking like. And to this, I'm going to add some of that cheese. We had. Let me go grab that. Stuck it in the fridge until we were ready. So the Gouda is on top, the medium cheddar's on the bottom. So we're going to fold fold in some of that. And shake this way. We do want some medium cheddar, so grab a little bit of that. And yes, my hands are clean. So for right now, we will mix that in. I've seen some people add ranch dip to their buffalo chicken dip. I don't. I will add a little more hot sauce, but no more dip. Definitely gonna add some more cream cheese. Mix that in. Gonna pull down some regular Frank's red hot sauce. Pour a little of that in there. Once again, not measuring, just pouring. I'm going to add some accent. Bring out all of those flavors in there. And then now I need to cut a few pieces of green onion. So we tidied up and put the cold stuff away, and now we're getting ready to add the green onions and put everything in the casserole dish so we can stick it in the oven. So I like quick and easy. I use scissors instead of putting it on the cutting board to chop with a knife. I like green onions. I think it gives things a nice crunch and a great taste. So I have them chopped down to this. I'm gonna go ahead and put those in there. That should be enough. I did add a couple more heaps of chicken, so we're gonna mix that in there. Sure hope there's enough cheese in there. Let's just put the rest of that in there. We shall see. Like I said, I didn't measure anything, so alright, here is our pan we're going to set it up in. Let's see. We don't want it too thick, but we don't want it too thin either. So I do have a larger pan if I need to put it in a larger pan, but it looks like this might be alright. Yes.
Can I taste that?
It's spicy and it's going to the event I'm going to. But I'll make you some because I still have some chicken in there, okay? And we have Colby Jack to put on top. So We'll add that here in just a second. I usually eat this buffalo chicken dip with either celery, carrots, some other crunchy vegetable, or crackers, maybe even some low or lightly salted Tostitos. And as for the leftover buffalo chicken in the crock pot, I make lettuce wraps, melts, sandwiches. Sometimes I'll even warm it up and put it over a salad. So it's really versatile. I did a video before where I just made the buffalo chicken and it goes a little faster than this. So I may try to find it and link it below to this video. But as always, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or if you even make your own buffalo chicken dip, whether or not you have any tips or tricks to make the process go faster other than making the buffalo chicken one day and putting it in the fridge overnight and just taking it out the next day and making the casserole. I have done that before. It doesn't affect the taste of the casserole at all. So yeah, let me know what you think. By the time this was done and coming out of the oven, I was rushing on my way out the door, so I did not get video of the final product, but trust and believe it was delicious. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. And yeah, I hope to see you around. Put together I wish you nothing but all things good. Much love, peace, and prosperity. For maybe about 20 minutes. Toodles. We'll see.